The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of HDFC Securities, I welcome you all for this session on weekly FNO Outlook. We apologize that due to some technical issue, we were not able to conduct this webinar in the last 2 weeks, but we are live as of now. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Tarang Solani. I am the product manager of Derivative, and along with me, we have Mr. Devarsh Vakil, deputy research head, who will give us the weekly FNO outlook of the market. Since tomorrow being the weekly expiry, this will help us to understand how the market would behave in the coming weeks, in the coming trading sessions. As you all will be aware that in this market, in this week, and also in the last few months, the market has been quite volatile. So before starting, we'll brief you the flow for today. Mr. Devarsh Vakil will give you the outlook for the market, and post that I will brief you about some of the useful features of Pro Terminal, and post that we'll open this forum for Q&A session. So without wasting any time, I will hand over to Mr. Devarsh Vakil to brief us about the weekly FNO outlook. Over to you, sir.
Right. Thank you, Tarang. So over this series, let's straight away jump into the content. The Nifty, we have seen about 1.2% rise in this series, while 17% rise in the open interest has happened from the series. So from these data, we can conclude that the long buildup has happened in the FNO in Nifty. And also we can say that gradually from lower levels, some buying has happened. Now, same can be seen from the Bank Nifty futures also. Bank Nifty has gone up about 4%, while open interest is about 5% higher. So the positions are light there, but the overall percentage increase in Bank Nifty is much higher. So let's look at the option open interest distribution. Here you can see that at 16,100, 200 and 300, we are saying that calls have been written, while 15,800 and 15,900, 16,000, these are the areas where puts have been written. The maximum puts are here at 15,800 and maximum calls are at 16,300. Closer to tomorrow's expiry, the 16,000 is where the maximum amount of call and put have been written. So we can say that markets are expecting expiry near this level. If for some reason market were to go down to 15,800 level, this level can act as a support. Now let's look at the change in open interest today in expiry, which is there tomorrow. So today we saw that around 16,000, 16,100 and 16,200, all these areas where we have seen reduction in the open interest, while this 16,000 and 16,100 areas where we have seen a lot of call writing has happened. Similarly, in puts, 15,800 is the level where puts have been written. 14,49,000 is the figure here. 32,89,000 and 33,27,000 is the open interest in these two ranges. Now, today in the US, we have the most important data for the month, that is the consumer price index. We know that the markets there are worried about the higher inflation. Inflation is measured by the government there in the form of consumer price index. For the month of June, the data will come tonight in the US markets. The expectations are that it should be 8.8%. Last time it was 8.6% in the month of May. So if US markets data comes near 8.8% and market reacts negatively, then these levels will come into play. If market were to go down and go near 15,800 tomorrow, then it will be a good level to create long positions. If US markets close on a very strong note, and if US markets close very bullishly and our market gaps up, and if we were to go near this 16,000 to 16,100 range, at that time you should create short position or create bearish positions for tomorrow. So the range for tomorrow is 15,800 to 16,000, 16,100. Depending upon when, if it comes to 15,800, create long for tomorrow, buy calls. If it comes to 15,800, 16,100, 16,050, at those levels you can create bearish positions. So that is the guidance for tomorrow. Let's look at what has been happening in the index futures from FIs. So as I've been showing you this chart, in end of the May, they had the maximum short position. They started covering those shorts. Around 15-16 May, they covered their shorts. Again, they went long. Again, they created short position. On 4th of July, the maximum short positions were there. From there, the short covering has started. And last 2 days, they again started creating some short positions. So when we analyze the data, we should analyze the data from 4th of July, what is happening. So from 4th of July, they have net bought about 1,327 crore worth of long in index futures, and around 4,123 contracts have been bought. Similarly, in stock futures, they bought about 727 crore, while the OI has gone down by 3,663 contracts. So short covering is there in the individual stock futures, while they have created 1,300 crore long position in index futures. So this index future, from the level of extremely oversold level of 0.16, it went to as high as 0.38. Now it has come back to 0.25 level. Still, it is quite short. So if there is a positive news, markets should react around 16,000 to 16,100 level. If we were to break this 16,100 level, then we can expect a very sharp short covering in the remaining of the series. For tomorrow, we can say that the support is near 15,800 to 900 levels. So when a market comes to that level, you can create long position, or if you have any short position in index, you can look to cover near those levels. Overall, we have seen the index future segment and in Nifty future long build up, while short covering by FIs in the stock future segment. Now let's look at the Bank Nifty levels. So Bank Nifty again around 34,500 to 35,000 level is a good support for tomorrow. So if market were to go down to those levels, you can create longs with the stop loss of 34,400, and around 35,000 is the maximum call and put have been written. So if market were to cross that level, 35,000 level, then you can expect a sharp rally towards 35,300 to 35,500. That's where the calls have been written, and that's where the EMA 200-day EMA is also. So This is the picture for tomorrow for Nifty. If it comes to 15,800, go long. Around 16,000 to 16,100 is the resistance. For Bank Nifty, around 34,500 to between 35,000 go long. 35,300 to 35,500 is the resistance for tomorrow. So that's all from my side. Now over to you, Tarang.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Can you make me a presenter so that I can share my screen? Yeah, thank
Good.
you. Yeah. Now we will give you a brief about some of the important features of our Pro Terminal, which is our advanced trading portal on our website. So let us log in. I will give you a brief of how to basically, if any of the clients wants to analyze into futures and options market, then we have a very good tool named as Markets in the Pro Terminal, and how you can basically use this for your trading. Let us understand. So first, log in with your credentials, whatever it is. So once you log in the credentials, you need to go to the Pro Terminal. Under that Pro Terminal, we have a tab named as Market. Now in that market, it is a very good tool if you are using open interest as a tool to analyze the futures and options market. So first, we'll see the overview part. Now, once you click on under FO, once you click on overview, you will see all the stocks list and top 50 stocks where there is long buildup which is happening, where there is short covering which is happening, where is long unwinding stock, you can see short buildup stock. So once you have the momentum of the market, once you take the momentum of the market, post that if you want to trade in the stocks, you need to have certain kind of an idea which kind of the stocks are being on the short side or on the long side to take an advantage of that particular momentum. So this page will help you to identify the stocks where exactly the momentum is for each and every stocks. Over right hand side, you will also see FNO Pulse, where if there is any kind of an unusual activity, like if any of the stock jumps in the cost of carry, or if there is a big open interest getting added. So on a real time basis, you will be able to see this whichever stocks has been showing any kind of an unusual activity. You can also see 15 minutes OI buildup of Nifty in this. So this 15 minutes OI buildup, that every 15 minutes, what kind of in positions in Nifty is getting formed. So that you can see here at every 15 minutes, so that it becomes easier for you to analyze what is the momentum. Of course, if you are good in technical study, if you merge this technical study with this open interest, will also give you lot many insights. So this will help you at every 15 minute what kind of a position has been formed in Nifty. Then there is an FNO alert if there is any kind of a big deal which has been happening over here, you can see that. Now we also have an heat map which is similar to that, but in this all the stocks which are listed in FNO, you will be able to see whichever the stocks there in the markets overview, you will just able to see the top 50 stocks. But here you will be able to see all the stocks where exactly the long positions have got, which stocks the long position have got formed. And you can also sort based on open interest. You can also view if you want to see in terms of volume, which are the stocks where we have seen the largest volume in terms of rollover. Now this is very useful in terms of expiry. At times of expiry, you want to see which all stocks have seen high rollover or low rollover. So here you will be able to see the percentage rollover which has been happening in a particular stock that is usually used at the time of the expiry, that is in the monthly expiry. So this was about the heat map. Then under market, there is also once FI and DI activity. Here you will be able to see on the cash market and also on the derivatives market what is FI has been doing it. Then there is also an unusual activity. Now this is a very good tool if you want to highlight some of the stocks based upon bullish, bearish, or neutral, or there is any kind of a breakout volatility. So there is unusual activity where you can see if in terms of volatility, if any of the options have seen a very huge spike in volatility, then you will be able to see over here. Then we have advanced decline. Then we have a sector watch. Now here, if you want to see which are the sectors performing today, so today Nifty Pharma was the sector in terms of price were been gaining. So if you want to see an overview, which are the sectors showing momentum in today's trading session, then in this one page you will be able to see this. So here you will be able to see price, OI, volume, and rollover, all the details. Post that, you will be able to see, of course, there are option chain. It's a normal option chain. If you want to see different strike price, what are the prices which is quoting. It's just similar to the NSE option chain. Here you can just basically type the symbol. Suppose I want to watch for Tata Steel, then you can watch for Tata Steel. You select the expiry and you will be able to see the option chain for that. And we have already discussed the rollover. There is one more good features of indices. So during starting of the market, if you want to see which are what were the previous, of course, there are a lot many sources to do that. But if in the HDFC securities in the pro terminal, you will be able to see this all the markets how they have been performing in yesterday's trading session, and if the markets are open, how they have been performing in the current trade. You will be able to see in the one single screen. And lastly, there is in strategies. So here, if you have any kind of a view, suppose you have a view in tomorrow's trading session being the expiry day. If you have a view, you just have to type your view. You need to type a target date, and based upon that, whatever strategy is suitable. Suppose I have a view that market would go at 16,050 in tomorrow's trading session. So I will just select the target date and select the target price, and once I click here for strategies, then I will get all the strategies which could be played in tomorrow's trading session. So these are the strategies which could be played in tomorrow's trading session based upon your view, and this will also help you to understand how this strategy works. And along with this strategy, then you will also get a payoff chart, probability of profit, what are the maximum loss, maximum profit. In one single screen you can see that. This is very useful tool for all our derivative traders, basically who generally trades in strategies. So these are the very useful tool in strategies. Under strategies, you just have to select the target date and select the target price, and based upon it, whatever strategies which are suitable, you will be seeing it. So that's it from our end regarding the pro terminal features and also the weekly FNO outlook which Mr. Devarsh Vakil shared with us. Now we'll open this forum for question and answer section. If anyone has any kind of questions, please write on the questions question box. We'll reply you back.
Okay, so we'll start with the Q&A. Now we have first question from Raghuveer Singh Jadeja. He's asking, rise in bond yield will impact the negative in the upcoming banking stock results? Yes, so if yields go up, actually that leads to mark-to-market losses in the portfolios of the banks. That is possible, but markets have already known about this rise in the yield, and the quarterly results update which comes, the expectation has already built into this. What is the long-term support for the Nifty? Bhavin is asking. So overall, this is a derivative session, so we usually talk about the next day. So I've already shared the levels for the next day. Longer term, it depends upon the performance of the quarterly results. Now the market is expecting a good growth. Around 16th of May, we have made a bottom around 15,200, and from there we have seen a good recovery. So from a 2-3 series perspective, if you want to see, 15,700 is a good level, and over a longer term, 15,200 bottom should be held. So if you are looking for a longer term support over the next 2 to 3 series, 15,200, 15,700 are the two important levels which should be honored. Below that, there could be a bigger fall, but I think that we can expect market to honor those levels for now. So Tarang, you have already answered the Jamanlal Gurjar's question on how to get the pro
Yeah,
terminal.
so I would just like to brief him. So, Mr. Jamanlal, to get an access to Pro Terminal, we have a derivative value plan, which is of rupees 199. So, if your brokerage is so in that rupees 199, what will happen is you will also get rupees 20 per order as a brokerage, and also a free access to our Pro Terminal, which is our advanced trading portal. So if you just want a pro terminal access, then there is a subscription charge of 1,999. But if you just opt for derivative value plan, you can get rupees 20 per order as a brokerage and also free access to pro terminal. But for that, what you have to do is you need to first have a derivative privilege into your account. So first you need to subscribe for derivative privilege, and once you opt for derivative privilege, you can subscribe for derivative value plan. So I've shared you the link to everyone how to subscribe derivative privilege and how to subscribe for derivative value plan.
Thanks, Tarang. So Somaya Julu VN is wishing everybody happy Guru Purnima. And where can we see the previous recording? So HDFC Securities YouTube channel, you can go there and look for this weekly webinar. Last couple of weeks we were not able to do it, but before that we had about 4 sessions recorded there, and you can see this session also after some time. You can look at those sessions for reference and what we said at those times. Amar Pathak is asking, what is the probability of Nifty crossing 16,200? So we have closed Nifty is around 15,996. Now, crossing 16,200 is a difficult for tomorrow. Though in a probability term, I would say it's around 15% probability. 85% probability is that it will remain within this 15,800 to 16,200 range. It depends upon what kind of US inflation data comes, CPI data. If inflation data is very less and then the US market zooms ahead, then there is a possibility that our markets can also follow. But chances are slim. Tarang, how to place multiple orders at the same time in
So I will just have to brief that we have a tool in Empower and not in Pro Terminal. So I will just take a few seconds to just show you the screen. So there is a tool called as Basket Order in our Empowered. Right now we don't have it in Pro Terminal. So in Empower, under Equities, if you go for a basket order, so what you have to do, you just have to select the basket. First, you have to suppose you want to buy bull call spread as the strategy. So you need to make a basket first. So in derivatives, you need to select derivatives here. You need to select option index. Under that, Nifty. Suppose you want to buy 16,000 call and sell 16,100 call. So whatever price you want to buy, current market price is 70. Suppose you want to buy at current market price, you need to buy at 70. And simultaneously, one more leg which you will be creating is of selling option index. Your Nifty. And here you need to select 16,000. Suppose you want to sell 16,100 call option at 33 rupees, which is current market price. And now you need to add this order and you need to save this basket with whatever name you have selected as 1, 2, 3. And once you save this basket, now you can place this order. You need to select this and you can place this order. So this order will go into the system once the price matches. But here you need to place a limit order. As of now, market orders in options are not allowed. So you need to place a limit order. And if the price matches, then the order will get executed, of course, if you have a sufficient margin into your account. So this is how you can place the multiple leg order from one single window.
Tool is asking, there are brokerages plan. If we take them, then it will give free access to per minute. Tarang, can you just repeat?
Mr. Atul, we just have a exclusive derivative value plan in that of 199. In that only, you will get in free access of Pro Terminal. But rest of the value plan, we are not giving free access of Pro Terminal. Only derivative value plan of rupees 199. For that, we have shared the link in the chat box also, and also we have provided the link to you. You need to subscribe to that link, but make sure you have derivative privilege first. Kindly opt for derivative privilege and then only opt for derivative value plan. Then only you will be able to get this pro terminal access, free pro terminal access, and rupees 20 per order as a brokerage. Mr.
Also,
Sanjay is asking.
Maheshwar is asking that how do I get demo for Pro Terminal?
So yeah, so Mr. Maheshwaran, we have been conducting a lot many webinars on Pro Terminal. So you can just have an access to that webinar whenever it comes. We will be notifying you. But then also there are a lot many videos on YouTube in under HDFC Securities platform. You will be able to see a lot many Pro Terminal short videos. So you can just have a look into it. And also on the weekly FNO outlook, which is conducted every week, in that we provide certain demo, certain features, demo of certain features, so that you can also take a note of it and will help you for the Pro Terminal. So Shalini is asking, how do I learn derivative trading? Yeah, Shalini, again, we have been conducting various webinars on FNOs, basic understanding on futures and options. If you you will be getting all these notifications. Once you get all the notification, request you to attend all these webinars. You will be able to understand about basics of derivative trading.
Okay, so
there are no more questions.
One question: what is the outlook on FMCG? So FMCG is actually improving. Earlier, the sector was in downturn. Now we are seeing some kind of a price-based movement plus the build-up in the FNO side. So there is some build-up in FMCG, and FMCG can continue to outperform. Yeah, I think that's about it. Tarang, we can wrap this up.
Yeah, shall we conclude?
Yes, please conclude.
Okay. Thank you everyone for attending this session. Thank you, Mr. Devarsh Vakil, for your outlook on derivatives, weekly outlook, which you have been giving it every week. Thanks a lot. And thank you all for attending this session. We'll surely make next week. And till that time, have a wonderful trading journey. Thank you all.